sports fans. ASMR Sports back with a wacky one here. Sci-fi and horror blind bag. Out of this world, items inside over $25 worth of toys and collectibles for $9.99. Wow, what a steal. I've opened one of these in the past, not the sci-fi one, but there was one that was like, man, I forget what it was. I feel like I got some kind of like Blade Runner toy in there. So maybe that was sci-fi, but not like horror, or I don't know, maybe it was sci-fi and horror. I've opened these in the past. I got these from Target quite a while ago. I've had these sitting around for a long time. Or this one. I think I got a couple of them, and I think maybe the other one was Pop Culture. So anyways, I bought two of them like a long time ago. Opened the other one that I had quite some time ago, maybe like within a year or so ago, but and then I had this one sitting around, so I thought I'll check it out. I'm a big sci-fi fan, so hopefully it'll be more sci-fi than horror. I find horror a little boring. It's probably some kind of figure. Here we have a really crappy pencil bag. The printing on it has become sticky. You can kind of tell it's like cheap quality because of that. So I'll probably just throw this away. It's probably like leaking chemicals and stuff all over me right now as I deal with. But yeah, there you go. You put your pencils in there. It's got a little circuit board design. Kind of silly. I feel like I got one of those before in the other bag that I opened. Alright, oh wow, this is kind of fun. Yeah, now we're talking. So this is from, oh man, what's that movie with Bruce Willis and Mila Jovovich? It's like a sci-fi Fifth Element. I really like that movie, actually. It's pretty interesting. I should watch. I haven't watched it in a long time. This looks like this is from 2015, so it's actually, 8 years old. Kind of fun to have something that's, not brand new, kind of sci-fi toy. The older your sci-fi toys are, the better in general, so even early 2000s is a big improvement over something that's like come out in the last, year or two. So yeah, this is kind of little ID badge like you would have seen in the movie. Little kind of plastic clear red band there. I like this a lot. Yeah, so many sci-fi toys are figurines or like accessories for figurines and not kind of like sort of, prop kind of toys that you could maybe use to reenact. Some little buttons there, those aren't really pressable or anything. So it's got a little kind of sleeve here that I think you could put your own ID in and then slide it in here, which is kind of neat. So I think that's maybe the practical use of this toy is as a holder for your, driver's license. So maybe it has some practical use and some fun use, but pretty cool. Yeah, I like this a lot. It's definitely one of the neater things, I think, pulled out of these things so far. It looks like we've got maybe two kind of now, packaged toys with cards, and I'll probably have to take them both out here. Oh, dang it, we got the same stupid machine. I'll put that to the side. Yeah, this is, I think, it's certainly the same kind of line of toy. I can't remember if the one I got before is this exact vehicle, but it was from Blade Runner 2049 before. This is made by NECA, which is, if you noticed, the company that makes this bag, so they're kind of using a lot of their old stock. It's probably a pretty good way to get rid of it. In a way that probably makes them a lot more than if they just, I don't know, liquidated it to, wholesalers or something like that. So, actually probably not a bad idea for companies that make toys, especially if you have a variety of toys, to do these kind of blind bags. You just get some crappy little thing like this from China, probably paid 5 cents for it. Maybe you get some other kind of miscellaneous toys from other manufacturers and put them together with your toys. And, got something you can probably sell. Alright, here's another NECA. It says NECA right there. Another NECA figurine. This is Godzilla Scalers. Collect them, hang them. So that's that little thing he's hanging on to is an L-shape piece of plastic. So I guess he could put that on something, and he'd be hanging off it. Kind of fun. This would be cooler if it was like a licensed character, from Star Wars or something like that. But it's just Godzilla, so just some random, dinosaur design. Not really the most interesting. Here's some examples, I guess. Oh, I guess it's intended to hang on your, cords from headphones, so I guess you could use this plastic thing he's hanging on to and hang it on your bookshelf or something like that, but that's just intended to be kind of a placeholder. You put this guy on any kind of cable or something like that. Computer cables, electronic cords, lanyards, video game cables. It's interesting because a microphone cable is much, much thicker than, like a headphone cable's like this, like an earbud cable. So I'd be interested to see how exactly his hands work to accommodate all those different thicknesses. But presumably there's just kind of a springiness to them, and he can adapt to different sizes. So there you go. Yeah, I'm sure they imagine the value of a toy like this is probably, I don't know, $7 or $8. This one's probably like $15. And this one's probably, $6, $7. So that does add up to 25 plus, and then whatever this is worth, $1. Probably. If it weren't sticky. So yeah, I would say, I don't know, I would give this like a B minus grade. Not bad, but the repetition from the other kind of blind bag I got on this vehicle is kind of a bummer. If I hadn't gotten that other one, this would probably be, semi-cool. I do like Blade Runner. Blade Runner 2049, not really my kind of favorite movie of all time, but it was worth a watch, and I like sci-fi in general. So, it would have been cool if this was the first time I'd seen it, but unfortunately it's the second one. And this is, it's just okay for a figurine. Again, would have been better to have a licensed figure of some kind, from some kind of universe. this is definitely my favorite thing in the box. And I think it's a nice, kind of piece of variety. Not just another, kind of NECA product. And happens to be from a movie I really like. So that's a bonus. So yeah, I don't know. Overall, not too bad. Not amazing, but you can't really expect amazing from these things. I don't really think they do, kind of like hits or, big score type items in these blind bags. That would be my guess. I've only opened 2 so far, but I just sort of feel like, yeah, they're just going to fill those with, their back stock and stuff and try to get rid of product that way, but I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe if I opened a bunch of these, I'd get like some really cool, rare, valuable stuff, but probably not. Alright, well there you have it. There's the NECA sci-fi and horror. We didn't really get any horror, I guess. So I guess that's a good thing. I didn't really want much horror. But I feel like they could have easily called this the sci-fi bag. There you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed. If I ever saw, I would say these blind bags in particular are not very enticing. I don't know if I would buy those. I mean, maybe if they get new ones of those come out, I would pick up 1 or 2, especially if they did like pop culture and seemed like they'd have good stuff. But I do like the idea of blind bags in general if they're cheap and they're including content that is appealing to me, like 80s stuff or sci-fi stuff. But yeah, I don't see too much out there in the way of those kinds of things. One time I got a pretty expensive, like $100 blind box from, I think, Blowout or something like that, and it had some really interesting stuff. It had like this big, like Marvel, I can't remember what sort of universe it was or what sort of character it was, but it was like a big anthology of like comics. And I ended up selling that on eBay for like $60 or something. It had some good value to it, and there was like a mug in there and some other stuff. It was pretty neat, I thought. So I don't know. Maybe if I ever saw something like that in the wild, I would be interested to buy it. It would be fun if something like this came out and then, kind of like people discovered that there was a bunch of really awesome stuff in it. But I'm sure they would disappear quickly off the shelves, so maybe I would never get one. Alright, well that's what we got for today. I hope you guys are doing fantastic.